Stop thinking that tomorrow is a guarantee written into your life contract. Logically, the existence of human civilization on this planet is more like a gaming station set up in the middle of an active war zone. We often feel safe because our blue atmosphere looks solid, but out there, the universe has repeatedly tried to press the delete button on our existence. The universe does not know the word mercy. It does not care about your future plans, your debts, or who wins the election this year. To the cosmos, Earth is just a speck of dust that occasionally needs to be cleaned by energy jolts or giant rock impacts. If Earth's history were a log file, you would find many lines of error code that almost caused a total shutdown of our system. Today, we will dissect 9 near-apocalypse events that Earth has experienced. We will see how anomalies from the sky nearly ended the human drama before we even understood it. Prepare your vigilant logic. Let's break them down one by one. The Tunguska Event in 1908, the Airburst Protocol. We begin with a quiet morning in Siberia in 1908. Suddenly, the sky seemed to split, and a 15-megaton explosion, 1,000 times more powerful than the Hiroshima atomic bomb, flattened 80 million trees over an area of 2,000 square kilometers. Strangely, there was no impact crater on the ground. The logic is the Airburst Protocol. An asteroid or a comet fragment exploded in the atmosphere before touching the ground. Your POV, you stand there and see a forest that was once upright suddenly lying flat like neatly arranged matchsticks. If this object had exploded over a major city like London or New York, millions would have vaporized in an instant. Tunguska is a reminder that bullets from the sky do not have to land to annihilate us, they simply need to explode over our heads. The Carrington Event in 1859. The Global Short Circuit Protocol. In 1859, astronomer Richard Carrington saw giant white light flares on the sun. A few hours later, Earth was hit by the most powerful geomagnetic storm in history. Auroras, usually limited to the poles, suddenly appeared in Cuba and Hawaii. People in America could read newspapers at midnight using only the light of the aurora. The logic is an electromagnetic system overload. In those days, telegraph wires sparked and operators were electrocuted. Your POV, you try to send the message, but your telegraph machine catches fire on its own. The problem is, if this happened today, all satellites, GPS, and global power grids would be fried. We would return to the Stone Age within 24 hours. The Carrington Event is proof that the sun can provide life, but it can also deliver a lethal shock to our technology. The Chicxulub Asteroid, the Factory Reset Protocol. We must go back 66 million years to see a true apocalypse. An asteroid the size of Mount Everest hit the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The logic is an extinction event. This wasn't just about the explosion, but about the nuclear winter that followed. Dust and soot blocked out sunlight for years. The food chain broke, and 75% of species on Earth, including the dinosaurs, were deleted from the system. Your POV, you see a pitch-black sky for months. Temperatures drop drastically and plants die one by one. Chicxulub is proof that the universe has a very harsh way of performing a reinstall on a planet's inhabitants. Without this event, our mammalian ancestors might never have had the chance to dominate the world. The Chelyabinsk Meteor, 2013, the Delayed Alarm Protocol. In February 2013, a meteor exploded over Russia. Thousands of dashcams recorded this event. The explosion shattered windows in an entire city and injured 1,500 people. The terrifying part, not a single telescope on Earth saw this object coming. The logic is the blind spot. This meteor came from the direction of the sun, so its light was masked by the solar glare. Your POV, you're heading to work and suddenly a second sun appears in the sky. Chelyabinsk is an alarm for our defense logic. We feel we are watching the skies when in reality we still have a massive blind spot. It's a reminder that threats can come without warning from the most unexpected directions. Gamma ray bursts, the Cosmic Sniper Protocol. Scientists suspect that one of the largest mass extinctions on Earth, the Ordovician extinction about 450 million years ago, was triggered by a gamma ray burst, or GRB. This is the most violent energy explosion in the universe, resulting from the death of a massive star. The logic is lethal radiation. If a GRB occurred within a few thousand light years and was aimed at Earth, our ozone atmosphere would be peeled away in an instant. Your POV, you see nothing because gamma rays are invisible, but suddenly all living things experience lethal radiation and the sea turns acidic. A GRB is a sniper from the sky. It can kill from a vast distance without us ever knowing what hit us. The Shoemaker-Levy 9 collision, 1994. The Giant Shield Protocol. In 1994, the world watched the comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 strike Jupiter. The explosions left black scars the size of Earth in Jupiter's atmosphere. This is where our protective logic works. Jupiter as a bodyguard. Without Jupiter's massive gravity pulling rogue comets away from the inner solar system, Earth would be hit by asteroids hundreds of times more often. Your POV, you see the explosion spots on Jupiter through a telescope and realize that those bullets could have been headed for us. We owe our lives to the gas giant that is willing to be a shield for this fragile little planet. The 1470 BC event, the Bronze Age Chaos Protocol. Around 1470 BC, major civilizations around the Mediterranean Sea experienced a mysterious collapse. Many scientists suspect comet or asteroid fragment activity entered Earth's atmosphere, causing mass crop failure and earthquakes. The logic is atmospheric interference. Comet dust can ruin the climate system for years. Your POV, you are a citizen of an ancient kingdom seeing the sun dim and the rain never coming. Hunger triggers war and the collapse of the government system. This event shows that chaos from the sky doesn't have to kill everyone directly, it only needs to ruin our food system so we kill each other over hunger. Encke comet fragments, the swarm protocol. There's a theory about the Taurid complex, where a giant comet shattered thousands of years ago, leaving a massive cloud of dust and rocks. Earth passes through this cloud periodically. This is the logic of the swarm, or a pack attack. Some experts suspect impacts from these comet fragments were the cause of the sudden end of the Ice Age, the Younger Dryas. Your POV, you see thousands of fireballs falling every night, causing global forest fires and flash floods. Earth doesn't just face a single bullet, but occasionally we must pass through a cosmic minefield that can shatter climate stability in an instant. The 1989 Geomagnetic Storm, the 9-hour shutdown protocol. Finally, let's look at what happened in Quebec, Canada in March 1989. A powerful solar storm caused a disturbance in the power grid. Within seconds, the entire province of Quebec experienced a total blackout for 9 hours. The logic is modern infrastructure fragility. 6 million people were suddenly trapped in the dark, without heat in the middle of winter and without communication. Your POV, lights out, radio dead, and you realize how helpless humans are when our connection to modern comfort is severed by magnetic field fluctuations from the sky. This event is a small simulation of what the universe can do to our lifestyle that is too dependent on wires and signals. So, what is the common thread of these 9 near-apocalypse events? Logically, the order of our lives is merely an anomaly amidst the chaos of the universe. We live under the protection of a thin atmosphere and Jupiter's massive gravity, yet none of that guarantees absolute security. Tunguska and Chelyabinsk test our vigilance. Carrington in 1989 test our technological dependency. Chicxulub and GRBs show how easily our system can be reset. Chaos from the sky is part of how the universe distributes matter and energy. We as inhabitants of Earth must realize that the order we enjoy today is a very expensive luxury. Understanding these events isn't meant to make you panic every time you see a falling star, but to make you realize every second we pass without an asteroid impact or a solar storm is an existential bonus we must appreciate. Thank you for watching till the end. If you like how we explain complex things to make them make more sense, don't forget to follow Synoptic. We will continue to discuss many everyday things that are actually fascinating as long as they're explained the right way. Synoptic, the world simplified, one thought at a time.